kiss for you.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Welcome to my another video on Android app development. And so guys, in this part 4 of my video series, I will teach you how to send data to your PHP mysql admin using your Android Studio project and Volley library. Okay, so basically we will try to register our user and send the name, email and password to our database that will be stored on the local server. Alright, so let's get started. So first of all, make sure that you have the local server running, and let's first of all create a database. Here we have the username as root and password as empty, and here we already have this user DB. Alright, this is the user table, and there we have all these values, so I will remove that. So go to SQL and click on delete and click go and click OK, and now all the values are deleted. Alright, so that is the table of with the name of user table. Then we see the column, so there will be age, ID, name and username. So ID will be the primary key and auto increment. Okay, and then we can save the name, username and the age. So let's go to our Android Studio. Then here we need to have some edit text. So here first of all we can say, okay, so instead of dragging it, we can have sorry guys. Okay, so here we will have the edit text, 3 edit text. Let's have the linear layout, then let's set the orientation, and the orientation will be vertical. Then we will have an edit text that will be match parent wrap content. Then we will have an ID, and it will be email, or I mean we can say name. Then we will have edit text another, which will be username or age. So here we can set the ID as age. Then we will have another edit text that will be match parent wrap content, and ID will be username, and there we will have a button. Register. Alright, and here we can have an hint, name, and there we will have hint age, and similarly we will have hint username. So let's initialize those edit text here. So we can say edit text name, edit text age, edit text username. Alright, then we can say edit text name, and similarly for all these 3 values. So we can say alright, so here we will have a method public void register user, and also make sure that you have the Volley library here integrated with it. And after that, what we are going to do here, okay, so now we need to write the method for connection to our database. And okay, so before that, let's create a file of register name. And there we can say okay, so here we have the connect, so we will create a new PHP file and it will be registered. So let's open it and let's save it as a PHP file. So here we can say register.php, and there you can see we have got the PHP file, so we can easily remove it now. And let's open it in our Sublime text. And for our PHP file, we first of all need to check if we are getting the post request or not. Okay, so here we can first of all initialize our PHP file. Then here we can check if server request method equal to post. Then we need to post our we first of all need to receive the values and then put them into the database. So in order to receive it, so we can say name equal to post slash, and inside that we can pass name. Then similarly for our age, we can say age equal to post, and here we can pass our age. Then we can say username equal to post username, and here we need to first of all connect to our database. So for that we can just say require once connect.php. okay, since we have this php connect.php file here, so it will just run it, and then we now can put our the values inside our database. So for that, let's create the SQL variable, and here now we need to write the query. So for that we can say insert into user table, and here we can specify the column names. For first of all we have name, age, and then username, and then we can say values, and here we can pass first of all the name, then we can pass age, then we can pass username. Alright, and here we can check if mysql connect, and here we can pass our con object. Then another thing another variable which we require is the SQL, and if we can connect it. Okay, so here we instead of this connect we need to use query, mysql slash query, and if it is the query is successful, so now we need to return the JSON in the response in the JSON format. So for that we first of all need to use an array of name result, and here we can say success equal to 1, then we can say result, and here we can say message equal to success, then we can say okay echo JSON encode, and here inside this value, so we can pass our result array, and finally we can just close our mysql slash close, and here we can pass our connect object. Alright, and instead of if our query is not executed successfully, so we just need to copy it and paste it here, and instead of this one we will pass 0, and instead of success we will say failed, and after we here else, and here we can just close it. So here, okay, so this will be our PHP file, and now we can just connect to our PHP file. So for that, first of all, let me check my IP address, and that is 192.168.10.5. and here first of all we can now say string request equal to new string request, and here we can say request dot method dot post. Then we will have the URL, so we can say 192.168.10.5, and here we will specify slash my project and register.php. Alright, then we need a response callbacks, so we can say new response, and here we now need the error listener, and after this error listener we can say here, okay, so we can here override a method that is getParams, that is used to send the parameters to our PHP file. So first of all, instead of this error inside this error response, we can first of all send a response if there is any error, and instead of and after this, we inside our own response method we now can fetch a response using JSON object. So here we can say JSON object equal to new JSON object, and here we can pass our response, and here it is saying to include the exception with try catch block. So here after this JSON, so we can get the success, and we can say JSON object dot get string, and here we can pass success. So here we can check if success dot equals 1, then it means that the values user registered successfully, and inside our else part, so we can say user could not register. Alright, and if the user is successfully registered, so now we need to clear our edit text, so we can say this edit text age dot set text empty, then edit text username dot set text empty. Alright, and after this now we can okay, so now we need to override the method that is getParams, and here we will use the hash map, so we can say map slash string, and here we can say params equal to new hash map, and we can say params dot put. And so first of all we will send our name, so we can say edit text name dot get text dot toString, then we can say params dot put, and here we will say age, and we can simply say dot get text dot toString, then we can say params dot put, and we can say username, edit text username dot get text dot toString, and finally we can say return params. Alright, and we will remove this line, and now our code is complete, but here okay, so now we need to add the queue to our queue. So we can say request queue queue equal to volley dot new request queue, and we can pass this. Then we can say queue dot add, and we can add the string request similar. All right, and I guess that is it. Our code is complete. So let's just set it to our button. So we can say on click register user. All right, so our code is now complete. So now we can run the app. Let me first of all connect my phone. And now the phone is connected, and let's try to run our app and let's see if it works. Alright, so now the app is getting installed on the phone, and now it is ready. Okay, so now I will enter my name, and also let me open our user table. Okay, so I think our server is not responding. Let me stop all the services and start them all again. Okay, I think we just need to cut that and paste it here, and now it will work. Yes, now it is working because I mistakenly sent this temp to www folder, so it remains to be here. Alright, so let's open the PHP myadmin, and inside our user DB we will write user table. And okay, so now let's run input. So we can say programming, then we paste our age as 500, then we can set the username as YAHOO Yahoo. Okay, so if we click on register, so you can see user registered successfully. Alright, so I think the values are not deleted here, and there you can see programming 500 and Yahoo. Alright, let me first of all remove all those values. Okay, so now let's run it again. So here I will write Harun, and let's try 24,000, and let's write anything and click on register. So yes, user registered successfully, and if you will see, okay, so here you can see user this is the user. So I think the values are not getting deleted, so let me first of all delete them again, and instead of this 0, just click on go. Okay, so now we will see that there is no value here. Okay, so now let's just input any things here and click on register, so you can see user registered successfully, and there you can see id, name, age and username. Alright, so I hope that you have understood like how to send data to rphp mysql and how to insert the data inside rphp myadmin mysql database. So guys, if you like the video, please like, share and subscribe. Goodbye.